Well, hello there, fellow planeswalkers. Do we have a treat for you tonight? Yes, two girls, one up, got their hands on a box of Innistrad Remaster here from Magic the Gathering. And as you can see, a little excited about a certain lovely lady who is once again making her appearance in such an awesome, awesome set. Even better is there's a retro frame card in every pack, so always exciting to see those, especially for some of you old school Magic fans. So yes, we have been waiting for Innistrad Remastered. We did get our hands on a collector's booster. We're still trying to figure out if we want to open that or keep it sealed. In this time of TCGs, it's just so hard to make that decision. But right now, we're going to open the play booster because I'm very excited to see what kind of cards we get from this remastered set. So shall we read? Night of the Living Reprints. Oh yes. Return to the plane of glorious Gothic horror and dig up fan-favorite reprints from every Innistrad set ever made. Cackle with delight at showcase treatments from Innistrad's past and behold all new borderless art that's hauntingly beautiful. Plus, every booster arrives nostalgia packed with a retro frame card. Excellent, yes. So, I'm very excited for, of course, Liliana. My personal favorite here is going to be Avacyn. So anything Avacyn related, that's what I'm after, and anything vampire related too. I was thinking it wouldn't make a lot of sense to save this until Halloween because, one, I'm excited to open it, and two, it just makes more sense to open it closer to the actual release of Innistrad Remastered. Now, Magic fans, I know you're also aware that Aether Drift is coming out soon enough, not to mention what's coming out in the summer. We're very, very, very excited for Final Fantasy. That's going to be such an epic collab. So be sure to check out videos as we get closer to that time. But for now, we're popping on over to Innistrad, and we're going to open some packs. All right, there she is. I always struggle with this. There we go. Here, of course, the cardboard cutout is showing Liliana herself. What do we have on the back here? Oh, Sorin, yes. And then just another description. I know not long ago when we opened a magic box, we showed something very much like this as well. These are the draft archetypes, and just a quick look. I'll leave it up for just a moment, and all of you can pause the video if you want to learn more. All right. I do like that the packs have Sorin. They're featuring him instead of Lily. Not that I don't love Lily. Of course, she's right here, one of Sakti's favorites. But Sorin is also very fun, especially when you play things like Veto, where you've got the white-black lifelink. And yeah, it's just a very fun archetype to play. With that being said, each pack comes with 14 cards, and again, this is a play booster, so it's got little goodies in it, just like the retro packs, or the retro frames. Ooh, it's being tricky for me this evening. Hello, hello. Need more of Chopper's help to open up this pack. That's a good sign, right? Okay, starting things off with Essence Flux. Wretched Griff. Crawl from the Cellar. Moldgraph Millipede. Ooh, already starting things off with bugs. Don't like. Festival Crasher. I know this one, the Crusader of Odric, excuse me. Here we have the Desperate Farmer, and that flips to the Depraved Harvester. This is a black card, okay. Ghoul Tree. The Lumber Knot. Here we have the Twin Blade Geist, and that turns over to the Twin Blade Invocation. So it turns over into an enchantment. And here is our first rare. This is the Falconwrath Gorger. Here we go. Each vampire creature card you own that isn't on the battlefield has madness. The madness cost is equal to its mana cost. So if you discard a card with madness, you discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its madness cost or put it into your graveyard. All right, talking about the retro frame, that's what this is right here. Alchemist's Greeting, bringing back that retro feel of Magic back in the very beginnings. It's always super cool to see because someone like me, someone like Sakti, we didn't necessarily see a lot of these cards back when they were coming out. So just a fun little flair. And here we have a foil Pack Guardian. Ooh, that'll be followed by a foil retro frame Plains. Look at that. That's a pretty cool pull. We'll set that over here. And then a lovely wolf token that can become Arlen embraced by the moon, or rather the emblem of Arlen. Okay, a lot of cards there. I mean, 14, already starting to see some fun things. And if you're a fan of Innistrad like I am, then yeah, definitely seeing some remasters here. Here we go. Seize the Storm. Very cool. That is Think Twice. Wildfeel Scarecrow. Gisa's Blessing. Getting those zombies. Ambush Viper. It's easy flash, death touch. A pretty nice creature. Cathar Commando, or Cathar Commando, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Then we have the Lantern Bearer, which becomes the Lantern's Lift, Enchantment Aura. There we go. Infernal Grasp. Cathar's Call. I know that card. I've seen that multiple times. All right, Biolume Egg becomes the Biolume Serpent. Ooh, when you do... Okay, let's see. When this comes out, sacrifice 2 islands. This creature can't be blocked this turn. That can be nasty. It's a 4/4. Can do some damage. And our gold here, so our rare, is a Shattered Sanctum. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. So pretty basic. Not what we call a shock land, but still a good pull nonetheless. Here is our retro frame, Young Wolf. And our foil, the Abyssinian Priest. Not quite Avicen, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. And a fantastic mountain, followed by just a random token card. All right, Blood Petal Celebrant, Makeshift Mauler, Village Rites, okay, Epitaph Golem. Oh, cool. It's coming out of... Oh, that's quite interesting. It's got Avicen's symbol up there at the top. Oh, man, the Millipede again. Blech. Another Abyssinian Priest. Hinterland Logger, which becomes the Timber Shredder. Ah, werewolf. I know that werewolves were a big thing back when Midnight Hunt came out, and what was the other one? Midnight Hunt, Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and Scarlet Vow? I think that was Crimson Vow, got it, haha. All right, Fiend Hunter, Slayer of the Wicked, the Shrill Howler, which will become the Howling Chorus. Oh, that's creepy. I like it. It's an Eldrazi. Ooh. All right, and our rare Metallic Mimic. So as this creature enters, choose a creature type. This creature is the chosen type in addition to its other types, and each other creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. That is not bad. This could go in so many different decks. We're talking vampire decks. I have a cat deck, an angel deck. This is a pretty good card just in general. We'll get a retro frame Essence Flux. Ooh, very nice. Here, a foil Blood Artist. There we go. Very nice. Pop that here. And we'll get a Forest as well as another token card. So those of you who may not know Magic very well or wanting to know more, when it comes to the rarity types, we've got commons, uncommons, and then rare cards here in the gold. You can see the symbol right there. And then things called mythics, and those are usually an orange color. And mythics tend to be quite powerful cards and just the highest rarity in general. All right. Neonath's Rush. Imprisoned in the Moon. Oops. Yep, that's blue. Grapple with the Past. Blood Mad Vampire. Drogskull Shieldmate. So Hainweir Watchkeep becomes, I was going to say, a werewolf. Bane of Hainweir. Yes. Spider Spawning. Ew. Runebound Wolf. Honeymoon Hearse. And just to point this out, the silver there, that means uncommon. Oops. Uh-oh. Throwing cards around. All right, so this one is going to be the Therabin Inspector. This is a full art here, and I believe, it's hard to see, I think it's a common, but it is a full art, and I like that. The art's very nice. Ooh, okay. And talking about mythics, here we go, our first one of the box. This is Sidgarda, Host of Herons. She's a legendary creature angel. She has flying, hexproof, and spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to sacrifice permanents. That could be pretty nasty. And as for the text, the flavor text at the bottom, great devotion yields great rewards. Fantastic. All right. We'll pop that in a sleeve momentarily. Meanwhile, I'm going to take an hour to try to pronounce this. All right. Triskaidekaphobia. Yeah. We'll go with that. Neonate's Rush is our foil, a forest, and then a blood token. All right, it's got sleeves right here to pop Sidgarda in. Here we go. So we got an angel mythic, and it's getting closer to that lovely Avacyn. Edgar Markov is also a fantastic card. And, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, TCG fam, but I think that this is the first time, in this set that he was reprinted. And I believe he was reprinted as, many different styles of the card, different rarities, and then also, serialized. Now, I may be wrong on that, but I believe that is what I heard. All right, Traveler's Amulet. We got Battleground Geist. Sanitarium Skeleton. I've seen him reprinted in so many different sets. Aim high. The Evolving Wilds talk about things being reprinted to hell. The Scorned Villager. She's a human werewolf, so what does she become? The Moon-Scarred Werewolf. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Stormkirk Occultist. The Griff's Boon. Another Slayer of the Wicked. And our rare is the Decimator of the Provinces. It's a giant Eldrazi piggy. Big stompy monster. Oh, goodness. And Garruk is going to show his head here. Garruk Relentless. So he is a planeswalker. He is a mythic, as you can see. When Garruk Relentless has 2 or fewer loyalty counters on him, you transform him. We'll get to his transformation in a moment, but you can see that it adds 0 loyalty counters. Garruk Relentless deals 3 damage to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power to him. You create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, so you get to choose which one. So once he, oh man, I like what's behind him. Once he goes down to 2 or less loyalty tokens, then you've got Garruk the Veil Cursed. Oh man, this is the first time I've seen him. Create a 1/1 black wolf creature token with Death Touch. Sacrifice a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then the -3 creatures you control gain trample and get +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's pretty devastating. I mean, most planeswalkers are very strong. Most of them are. Sakti and I have built a Atraxa Super Friends deck, and what that means is basically full of planeswalkers, and you have multiple cards that give them more loyalty counters, and it's just so much fun. All right, but we'll get to the big boy behind him. Emrakul, the Promised End in retro frame. This is such a cool pull. Oh my goodness. Emrakul is amazing. Sakti is a big fan, so I'm excited to show this to her. So this spell costs 1 less to cast for each card type among cards in your graveyard. When you cast this spell, you gain control of target opponent during that player's next turn. After that turn, that player takes an extra turn, and it has flying, trample, protection from instants. It's a 13/13, and yes, it's expensive, but remember, it costs 1 less to cast for each card type in the graveyard. All right, that was pretty sick. All right, Falconwrath Torture is going to be our foil. There we go, and Forest Blood Token. Wow, that was a pretty awesome pack, TCG fam. We got two mythics, one of them an Emrakul retro frame. That is so cool. There's just something so neat about having such a giant, well-known magic creature in a retro frame. Not to mention a planeswalker. That was awesome. All right. Gets me excited for what else we're going to find. Starting off, Faithless Looting, Essence Flux, Wretched Griff, the Siege Zombie, Crusader of Audric, Village Messenger becomes the Moonrise Intruder. All right, Galvanic Juggernaut, the Mist Raven, Rise from the Tides, and our rare, or I guess full art here, is going to be Infernal Grasp. Destroy target creature, and you lose 2 life. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool full art. And here is our rare. It's going to be Audric, the Lunarch Marshal. Good to see him back. Hello there, Audric. I think I had him in a deck at one point in time. All right, the Lumberknot Retro Frame. And we'll have the foil Mentor of the Meek, Plains, and a Human Soldier token. Well, TCG fam, what do you think about that? We got to see good old Audric. Ooh, an art series card. We'll go into that in just a moment. Seize the Storm. Think Twice. Wild Fiend Scarecrow. Gisa's Bidding. Grapple with the Past. This pack looks familiar. Okay, Dauntless Cather. Delver of Secrets becomes... Ew, Insectile Aberration. Ew. Man, there's some gross stuff in Innistrad. Alright, Blade Stitch Scab. That's a double color card here. So some cards in Magic do appease to 2 different color types. And Forbidden Alchemy. Grizzled Angler will become the Grizzly Anglerfish. Nice Eldrazi fish there. Galvanic Iteration for our rare. Ooh, followed by a cool retro frame Killing Wave. Lily's face looks... Let's see if I can get it close to the camera without it blurring. It looks weird, doesn't it? Lily's face just looks so strange in this one. Well, for each creature its controller sacrifices it unless they pay X life. Foil Fiery Temper. And followed by a mountain. Ooh, and there's the art card. We got this one earlier as the actual card. And this is the Theremin Inspector. That is by Aurore Folney. Very nice. Okay, first time we've seen this disgusting thing, the Abundant Maw. Spontaneous Mutation. You know, sometimes it just happens. It's normal. Spore Crawler. Also normal. Falconwrath Torturer. Angelic Purge. Oh, that's a cool looking card. Very neat. Hinterland Logger, who then becomes the Timber Shredder. Spectral Shepherd. I've seen that card before. Crackling Counterpart. Chalice of Life. I know this card. Yes, it becomes the Chalice of Death. So how does it do that? Before we go to the next card. So you tap it and you gain 1 life. Then if you have at least 10 life, more than your starting life total, you transfer it into the Chalice of Death. This is a cool card. I like it a lot. Alright, but it's followed by the Haunted Ridge, which is the same as the previous rare land that we got, except for this is for black and red or swamp and mountain. Ooh, another gold, another rare is the Westville Abbey, which becomes Ormondal Profane Prince. Ho ho ho. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, and you know what? Why not add another rare, Captivating Vampire, this time a retro frame rare. Nice. 3 rares in a row. Not bad. Imprisoned by the Moon. And a Foil Island retro frame. Very nice. That was a good pack. We've had a couple awesome packs. All these cards are just so fun. Innistrad, A Wild Place. Oop, more art series. Okay. Dawnheart Disciple. Where did I put the greens? There they are. Alchemist's Greeting. Traveler's Amulet. Stitched Mangler. Inspiring Captain. Harvest Hand becomes the Scrounged Scythe. Oh, interesting. Cool. Blood Artist, Deadly Allure, Gyre Reach Bandit, yep, also a human werewolf. So Vidlin Pack Alpha, very nice. And our rare, Torin's Fist of the Angels, interesting name. Another rare, Vanquish the Horde. This is a very good card. I do believe I have this in my angel deck. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield, and it destroys all creatures. It's like Be Prepared in Lorcana. Oh, and we get the creepy poop monster for a retro frame. Abundant Maw. And a foil Gluttonous Guest. Alright, followed by an island, and then the art series card. Very nice here. I love the bear the bear paws. This is The Tireless Tracker by Ekaterina Burmak. Very nice. Alright, Alchemist's Greeting, Blazing Torch, Towergeist, The Gluttonous Guest, Gather the Townsfolk, the Harvest Hand, which once again becomes the Scrounged Scythe, the Flesh Taker, ooh, nightmare fuel there. Not to mention, you know, all of this is pretty nightmare fuelish. All right, Demon Male Hauberk, Blood Mist, and Duskwatch Recruiter, which becomes the Krallen Horde Howler. Ooh. All right, our rare, Restoration Angel, classic angel card right there. Very cool art. Followed by a Dauntless Cather. And I don't know what that means. I believe, and oh man, I've seen it on a few retro frame cards. Does it mean that it can't be used? Or there's some reason why it's got that? Like it's banned, something like that. TCG fam, if you know, let me know. Let me know. Grapple with the Past is our foil, and we'll get a Swamp. Right, Neonate's Rush, Stitched Mangler, Ambush Viper, Blood Petal Celebrant, Drogskull Shieldmate, Lantern Bearer, which then becomes the enchantment Lantern's Lift. I try to flip it fast so you can't see what's behind it. It's so hard. Soul Separator. Ooh, that's creepy. The Morkrut Banshee. At first I thought it was Liliana, and then of course I looked at her face and I was like, okay. Alright, the Archghoul of Therebin. Cool. Smoldering Werewolf becomes, oh my, the Erupting Dreadwolf. Ooh, those Eldrazi. Oh my. And for our rare, we're going to get the Hellvault. Nice. And Crusader of Audric for our retro, followed by a foil Ecstatic Awakener, who becomes Awoken Demon. Alright, that's a pretty cool card to get in foil. Not gonna lie. Island and Human Soldier. Sanitarium Skeleton, Intrepid Provisioner, Intrepid, there we go, Intrepid Provisioner, Seize the Storm, Think Twice. Strength of Arms, first time we've seen that. Desperate Farmer. Oh, that was a good one. Becomes the Depraved Harvester. Pack Guardian. Fiery Temper. Moonlight Hunt. And Restless Bloodseeker becomes, okay, that wasn't as good, the Blood-Soaked Revealer. Or Reveler. Oh my goodness. It is one of those nights, it seems, TCG fam. Blood-Soaked Reveler. Alright, so what did we get? Reforge the Soul. I don't know, something about the border is really, really cool there. Very neat. Each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. It also has Miracle, which costs 1, and a Mountain. You may cast this card for its Miracle cost when you draw it if it's the first card you drew this turn. Cool. Village Messenger, another symbol. This one's a little triangle. Wait, maybe because, there we go. Moonrise Intruder. Foil Laboratory Maniac. Oh, and another foil here. We've got the Forest. Cool. Cool, TCG fam. Spooktacular here in February. All right, Brambleworm. A Braid. That's a very cool looking card. I love the art here. Very cool. Deranged Assistant. Murderous Compulsion. Soul Guide Griff. Inspiring Captain. Midnight Scavengers. Okay, so this happens. We've got half of these cards here. There's a particular angel that becomes this nice big thing. So this is just one half of the Eldrazi horror. We'll see if we get the other half at some point. It's cool how that mechanic works. All right, Killing Wave. Clear Shot. Wild Hunger. And Gisa and Geralf. There we go. So legendary creatures, they're human wizard. When Gisa and Geralf enters, mill 4 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a zombie creature spell from your graveyard. Not bad. The Galvanic Juggernaut. And then the Smoldering Werewolf foil. And the Erupting Dreadwolf. Awoo! Ooh, I think that's our first spirit token. Oh man, this thing, I swear, it gives me a jump scare every single time. The Abundant Maw, the poop monster. It even feels gross to touch it. Syncopate. Falconwrath Torturer. The Festerhide Boar. Festival Crasher. Angelic Purge. Villagers of Eastwold. Become the Howl Pack of Eastwold. Splinter Fright. Ooh. Lightning Axe, classic card. Lumbernut. And our rare is the Mare of Avabruck. What do you think he's going to turn into? Maybe the Werewolf of Avabruck? Ah, the Howl Pack Alpha. The leader of them. And another Ecstatic Awakener here, retro frame. Awoken Demon. And then this is a foil Spore Crawler. A swamp and a token. All right, Wildfield Scarecrow. Gisa's Bidding. Ambush Viper. Neonate's Rush. Evolving Wilds. Where did I put there? There we go. Harvest Hand. And the Scrounged Scythe. Mentor of the Meek. Vile Spawn Spider. Woof. Burning Vengeance. Ooh, here we go. And this is the Duskwatch Recruiter. So this is just another fancy one of those other borders and just art styles. I forget what these ones are called. I want to call everything a showcase, so we'll just call this one a showcase. And our rare is Second Harvest. So this one's good because for each token you control, you create a token that's a copy of that permanent. A token being something like, say, like the wolf, or in this case, a human soldier. Okay, I grabbed the spirit. The spirit is a token, so then you can create another one. It's a pretty nice card to have if you got a token deck. Retro Frame Archghoul of Therebin. And a foil Brambleworm. Swamp, and here we go, another token, a human wizard, because that's what human wizards look like. No mind the pointy hats. No, they are bug people. Alright, give me a moment, TCG fam. I'm going to create a little space, take all of these packs out, just makes it smoother here as we continue through the video. Also gives us a nice look at how many packs we have. And we still have a lot remaining. Alright, Duel for Dominance. Voldaren Duelist. Take my time with that one. Imprisoned in the Moon. Lunarch Mantle. There it is. It of the Horrid Swarm. Yep, that's accurate. Strength of Arms. Lunarch Veteran becomes the Luminous Phantom. Lupin Prototype. Demonic Taskmaster. Indulgent Aristocrat. And Galvanic Iteration. That is our rare, followed by a Niblis. Yeah, Niblis of the Urn. Retro Frame, a foil Blood Artist, and a foil Island. Ooh, look at that zombie. Alchemist's Greeting, we know that one well. Traveler's Amulet, that one too. Stitch Mangler. The Sanitarium Skeleton, you know that one way too well. Intrepid Provisioner. Crusader of Odric. Scorned Villager, who becomes the Moonscarred Werewolf. Grizzly Ghoul, that is a multicolor. Butcher's Cleaver, who that's wicked. Summary Dismissal. The Grave Crawler will be our rare. This creature can't block, and you may cast this card from your graveyard as long as you control a zombie. I love zombies. They just never die. They never go away. And let's see, Ambitious Farmhand becomes the Seasoned Cather. Nice. Followed by a Burb, Mistraven Foil, a Forest, and ew, I hope you guys don't have arachnophobia. We've run into so many different spiders in this set so far. Here, we're just going to cover that with the zombie, the more pleasant looking zombie. Right. The Butcher Ghoul. He goes with the Butcher's Cleaver there. Young Wolf. Hungry Ridge Wolf. Spontaneous Mutation. Theremin Inspector. I just love her face. So this is a classic card, and just like, look at that. The face of disgust. I'm there with you, girl. Soul Guide Griff. Conduit of Storms. Oh, that's so cool. Conduit of Emrakul. That's so cool. I like that. Eldrazi Werewolf. It is red. Pat Guardian. Laboratory Maniac. Aberrant Researcher becomes the perfected form. Okay, whatever they think is perfect, that's fine. And then a Sundown Pass, so another dual land. Those are always nice to have. And of course, It of the Horde Swarm looks even more weird with the... Come on! I feel like we've had every form of this now. And now we get a shiny poop monster, everyone. Island and token. I know the poop monster's common, but is it weird to ask for no more poop monsters, please? Alright, Olivia's Dragoon. Very cool. Festerhide Boar. The Voldaren Epicure. Very fancy. Wretched Throng. Very not fancy. Apothecary Geist. The Bound by Moonsilver. Villagers of Eastwald. Pack or Howl Pack of Eastwald. Voldaren Ambusher. Getting into the Voldaren stuff, huh? Compelling Deterrence. Yeah, no kidding. Cryptolith Fragment, which becomes the Aurora of Emrakul. Wouldn't that be terrifying to see? This thing has flying death touch, and whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses 3 life. That's terrifying. There we go. Oh, I love Thalia. Okay, so this is Thalia, the Heretic Cather. Just a very cool first strike. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponent control enter tapped. That's nice. Just a little nice control card there. We're going to get Valorous Stance for our retro frame. And our foil will be a rare Overcharged Amalgam. It's quite detailed. Quite the detailed card. Very nice. Followed by Plains and our first Vampire token. Yeah. I feel like we've seen more werewolves than we have vampires so far. Yes, there's been vampires, but the werewolves seem to be outnumbering them. Tragic Slip. Oh, that is tragic. Abundant Growth. Faithless Looting. Makeshift Mauler. The Abyssinian Priest. Cather Commando. Lantern Bearer. Lantern's Lift. Lingering Souls. Markov Waltzer. Okay, Markov was mentioned. Deadly Allure. And Torin's Fist of the Angels. We saw him earlier. Followed by the Cather Commando. And I think we got 3 of them in this pack. I swear. Yep, we got 3 of them. Interesting stuff. Village Rites. Epitaph Golem. Dawnheart Disciple. Blood Mad Vampire, Therabin Inspector, Hanwire Watchkeep 2, the Bane of Hanwire, Cobbled Lancer, Sever the Bloodline, Howlpack Resurgence, Memory Deluge is going to be our rare. Okay, we got Bruna, the Feeding Light, and why I say that is because, one, she used to be expensive, two, because she is one half of a wicked-looking Eldrazi angel. Wicked. I'm trying to remember. I think the other half, I think her name starts with T. She's another angel. But yeah, this is a cool card. Very cool. Yeah, let's see. It melds with, yeah, Gisela. Okay, Gisela the Broken Blade. We'll see. Maybe we'll pull up Gisela. Spontaneous Mutation. Sorry, I didn't say Sprinter Fright. And a Mountain Token. Man, now I want Gisela as well. Okay, I have the originals, but now I want the remaster. Imprisoned in the Moon, Grapple with the Past, Blood Mad Vampire, Spontaneous Mutation, Dauntless Cather, Midnight Scavengers, one half of that Andrazi horror, Mistraven, Morkrut Banshee, Crackling Counterpart. Let's see, this is Docent of Perfection, our rare, which becomes the final iteration. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Ancestral Anger. Ambitious Farmhand. And then the Seasoned Cather. Oops. There we go. Mountain Spirit. A Braid. It's really cool art. Deranged Assistant. Butcher Ghoul. Eccentric Farmer. Borrowed Hostility. Strength of Arms. Conduit of Storms. Becoming Conduit of Emrakul. Oops. Okay, Geist Catcher's Rig. Or is that white? Nope. Stencia Masquerade. I gotta slow back down. Kavotis Castaway. Becoming Ghostly Castigator. Interesting. Huh, that's fun. And our rare is Tree of Perdition. That's, whoa. That's like some anime art going on there. I didn't know that this set involved anime art. That's pretty cool. Neat. Very neat. Alright, Crawl from the Cellar. Once again, it's got that graveyard. Maybe it means that it played in the graveyard. I'm not sure. Alchemist's Greeting. Island. Alright, Token. Man, we still have so many packs to go. It doesn't seem like 14 cards doesn't seem like a lot per pack, but because a lot of them have flips or are just something I like to talk about, it's been a long video. Sorry, TCG fam. I hope you're enjoying it. All right, Silent Departure. Tragic Slip. Aim High. Ancestral Anger. Gather the Townsfolk. Inspiring Captain. Delver of Secrets, who becomes the Bugman, the Insectual Aberration. Haunted Dead. The Somberwald Sage. Drunau Corpse Trawler. And our rare is the Zealous Conscripts. Huh, I was seeing her holding two swords. I was thinking she would have like double strike, but no. Wild Hunger. Oop. Oh, nice. And then we're going to get a foil full art young wolf. It's cool. Check out his eyes. That's neat. Very nice. Swamp and token. Very angry human. All right. Towergeist. Crawl from the Cellar. Gobbled Wings. Duel for Dominance. Voldaran Duelist. Guardian of Pilgrims. Midnight Scavengers, as we know, gets transformed. Savage Alliance. Boarded Window. Alright, Gear Reach Bandit. I can never pronounce that one right. Becomes the Vilden Pack Alpha. Thing in the Ice. This is quite the card because it becomes the Awoken Horror, which is just a really strong creature. I'm pretty sure Sakti, she either has this right now in her deck, oh, what was his name? That grand wizard, the grand artificer. Urza. That's it. Yeah, in her Urza deck, she has the Thing in the Ice, or she did at one point. Ooh, nice. A cool Chalice of Life becoming the Chalice of Death. And, yes, my favorite, Therebin Inspector. Disgusted. Yes. Quite disgusting. Some of these creatures are quite disgusting. Battleground Geist. Lunarch Mantle. It of the Horrid Swarm. Murderous Compulsion. Young Wolf. Angelic Purge. Scorned Villager. Moonscarred Werewolf. Niblis of the Urn. Edgar's Awakening. So we've seen Markov and we've seen Edgar. Graph Rats. So this is, fantastic. So the Chittering Host. I believe this is the second half of, there it is. Let me get him. We gotta see it. Here we go. Just like that. The Chittering Host, the Eldrazi Horror. It's got haste and menace, so this creature can't be blocked except for by 2 or more creatures. And when this creature enters, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until the end of turn. Very nice. All right, followed by our rare Deadeye Navigator. A Grapple with the Past. And foil Blazing Torch. Hungry Ridge Wolf. Syncopate. Olivia's Dragoon. Spore Crawler. Bound by Moon Silver. Hanwire Watchkeep. Bane of Hanware. Vile Spawn Spider. It's a double color. Nebelgast Herald. The Wild Hunger. Honeymoon Hearse. And Unnatural Growth here, and that's, I believe that's a pretty well used card because, I mean, at the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of turn. It's not a bad card. Morbid Opportunist. Ooh, nice. And a foil Deadeye Navigator. Can't complain with a foil rare. Can't complain with a foil mountain either. Followed by, oh yeah, that is cool. That is a very, very cool art card. This is, we got her earlier, The Blood Artist by Kekai Kotaki. Nice. All right, Voldarin Epicure. Wretched Throng. Eaten Alive. Abundant Growth. Gather the Townsfolk. Lunarch Veteran. He's going to be a Luminous Phantom. Blood Artist. Hamlet Captain. I think that's the first time we've seen that. The Compelling Deterrence. Yes, we saw this earlier, and yes, that is a compelling deterrence. Let's see, Soul Cipher Board, which becomes, a Cipher-bound Spirit, and Big Bad Jace. Alright, quite a well-known planeswalker. This is Jace, the Unraveler of Secrets. So this is quite a good card, I must admit. +1, scry 1, then draw a card. -2, return target creature to its owner's hand. And then you get the emblem with whenever an opponent casts their first spell each turn, you get to counter it. That is so nasty. So nasty. So there he is. Big Bad Jace. We'll get a foil, or we'll get a sleeve for him. Metallic Mimic in gold. That's nice. Foil Towergeist. And planes, and there we go, a nice, beautiful Eldrazi horror for all of y'all. Alright, Jace, let's pop you in a sleeve. There we go. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 packs left. Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you, play booster boxes may cost more, but they certainly come with a lot of cards. Again, it doesn't seem like 14 is a lot, but it really has added up here. I mean, I've been sorting by color, and we've got a pretty even spread going on right now. Sorry for me just taking a moment to clean it all up. I usually go through each thing later in the video just to see what we got, but this is a lot of cards, so I think I'll just do the rares. And of course the hits. There we go. All right. Just a little easier on the eyes there. Battleground Geist, Lunarch Mantle, It of the Horrid Swarm, Murderous Compulsion, Young Wolf, Inspiring Captain, Villagers of Eastwald, Howlpack of Eastwald, Fiery Temper, Triskaidekaphobia, that's black card there, Shrill Howler, Howling Chorus, and I saw a mythic, the Cultivator Colossus. Oh, big plant beast trample. And Cultivator Colossus's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. When this creature enters, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this process. Woo! Wow. Seize the Storm. Oh, nice. A foil Torrens. That's our third Torrens. At least this one's foil. And then a forest and a token. Alright, let's throw our Colossus in a sleeve. There we go. Hungry Ridgewolf, Syncopate, Olivia's Dragoon, the Spore Crawler, the Voldaren Epicure, Apothecary Geist, Desperate Farmer, Depraved Harvester. Ooh, I think this is the first time we've seen the Blood Tithe Harvester. Double color there. Angels 2. Whenever your creature you control enters, you may have this artifact become a 3/3 white angel artifact creature with flying until the end of turn. It's very nice for an angel deck, as you can imagine. Uncaged Fury. And another Reforge the Soul. It'll be followed by the Lunarch Veteran, which has both the flip and the graveyard, the little tombstone. Ooh, that's a pretty Twin Blade Geist. Ooh, that's a really pretty foil. Wretched Throng. I keep wanting to say thong. Eaten Alive. Abundant Growth. Blood Petal Celebrant. Makeshift Mauler. Evolving Wilds. Conduit of Storms. Conduit of Emrakul. Asylum Visitor. The Intangible Virtue. Restless Bloodseeker becomes the Blood-Soaked Reveler. And we'll get a Mausoleum Wanderer here for our rare. That'll be followed by Retro Mentor of the Meek, a foil Gisa's Bidding, and a Mountain, and Eldrazi Horror Human Soldier. There is the Jace token, so it's always nice to get the Planeswalker as well as the token in the same box. Villager's Rites, Epitaph Golem, the Moldrath Millipede, we haven't seen him in a while, Faithless Looting, Bound by Moonsilver, Lunarch Veteran, and then the Luminous Phantom. Ooh. Noose Constrictor, so that's new. New little snaky snake. Groundskeeper. Neglected Heirloom becomes the Ashmalth Blade. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, nice. And Necroduality. So whenever a non-token zombie you control enters, create a token that's a copy of that creature. This could get out of hand very quickly. Alright, Wedding Announcement becomes the Wedding Festivity. Very beautiful card. Tragic Slip on our retro frame, and Valorous Stance in foil, followed by a foil Mountain. Necroduality. Very good if you're having some Liliana zombie fun. Alright, we've got 4 packs left, TCG fam. Man, this has been quite the long plane chase. Essence Flux. The Wretched Griff. Siege Zombie. Dawnheart Disciple. Guardian of Pilgrims, Midnight Scavengers, Lightning Mauler, that's a new one, cool. Mausoleum Guard, also a new one. Then we have the Archghoul of Theremin, Geistlight Snare, cool. Second Harvest will be our rare, and the Vilesfawn Spider will be our retro. It's going to be followed by a very nice foil Danger Noodle, the Ambush Viper, Swamp, and At least we got her in art form. That is Liliana, I believe. That is Heartless Summoning. Okay, so I do believe that is still Liliana there, featured. I love her boots, like Goth Princess, Goth Queen, Evanescence, you know, all that stuff. So this is drawn by Jody Moore. Muir. Yeah, she definitely has a little Amy Lee thing going on there. Right, eccentric farmer. No kidding. All right. Whatever floats your boat. Borrowed hostility. Silent departure. Eaten alive. Intrepid provisioner. Abyssinian priest. Village messenger. Followed by moonrise intruder. Thermo alchemist. First we've seen that. The Faith Unbroken, Mystic Retrieval, and our rare, the Overcharged Amalgam. We got this in foil earlier, but this is a nice way to just see the detail of that card. Very cool. Followed by a Borrowed Hostility Retro and a foil Galvanic Juggernaut. There we go. Human Soldier, and then Tamio is on the back there. Cool. Tamio emblem. All right, 2 packs left, my friends. I know it has been a long video, but I want to thank you for, you know, sticking with it, sticking with me, and having just a good time opening some cards together, some Magic the Gathering. Especially such a cool set as Innistrad Remastered. So I've already touched on Aether Drift coming out here soon, and then of course we've got the Final Fantasy, Universes Beyond. That's just Magic though. I mean, next week I'll be opening up some Altered TCG, which is currently my very favorite. I'm very excited to open up some Trial by Frost, the newest set there, so I hope you join me for that. Let's see what else we have. We have, of course, plenty of Pokemon. You know that we do that. Lorcana and One Piece. I guess we haven't done a One Piece video in a little bit. Also some Dragon Ball Super. I know many of you are a fan of that TCG. However, later in this month, Sakti will do one of her segments called Dead TCGs. It's really quite a fun segment. It's ASMR, but you get to explore TCGs that are no longer printed or no one plays it, or literally dead. And she was able to find some of these boxes, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for those when you see them. They're super fun, and she just does a great job with them. So I hope you're looking forward to the rest of the videos here as we go through the month, and of course March being a new month, you're going to get a new schedule posted. And anyway, that's all in the future. Right now we are here in the moment. We're talking about vampires, werewolves, danger noodles, and everything in between, whatever that might include. So let's keep going. Ancestral Anger, Reckless Scholar, Siege Zombie, The Cobbled Wings, Dauntless Cather, Ecstatic Awakener, who becomes the Awoken Demon, Join the Dance. It reminds me of Elden Ring. If you played Elden Ring, let me know in the chat or in the the comments. And doesn't it kind of remind you of those ladies dancing around? Platinumed that game, by the way. You know, just a little humble brag. Stentia Masquerade, Ambitious Farmhand, The Seasoned Cather. Here we go, the Meat Hook Massacre. Oh my gosh, we have the original of this card. Oh, this is a good card. When the Meat Hook Massacre enters, each creature gets -X until the end of turn. Now, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain 1 life. Oh, such a good card. That's fantastic. That's going to be followed by a tireless tracker. So a rare, a soul cipher board that becomes the cipher-bound spirit, and a foil blood-mad vampire. Ooh. Well, there he is, Mr. Sorin, not Edgar. This is Sorin, who is also a badass, let's be honest. I believe, did he created something. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Did he create Avacyn? Or did he kill Avacyn? One of the two. You know, creation, killing. It's easy to get them mixed up. But yes, this is Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord by Martina. Oof, sorry everyone. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that one. Martina Fakova. I'm pretty sure I'm not saying that correctly, but long story short, the art is badass. This looks very cool. Very cool. Well, that was a fun pack. Now we have one last pack here left. Definitely going to open it now. Don't want to hold you hostage, TCG fam. Waiting for the last pack. Here we go. Blazing Torch. Reckless Scholar. Gluttonous Guest. Brambleworm. Guardian of Pilgrims. Ecstatic Awakener, who becomes that big demon, awoken demon. Mentor of the Meek. The Wandering Mind, that one is new. Nice, beautiful horror creature. Furry Blade Vampire. I read it as furry. It's Fury Blade Vampire, but okay. I mean, she could have been mistaken as a furry, right? She kind of has this thing going on. Looks like she has like ears, you know. Forgive me. All right, Town Gossip Monger becomes the Incited Rabble. That's fun. Look at that, the Hullbreak Horror. This was a good card, and it still is. It still is. I remember it. All right, Mystic Retrieval for our retro, and our foil is going to be Summary Dismissal. That's going to be followed, oh, not bad, by a foil Swamp. Always nice to get one of those. And a Spirit. All right, well, TCG fam, that was quite the video, quite the box of Innistrad Remastered from MTG. A cool set, especially if you are a fan and you have been a fan of Magic since the original Innistrad came out. I know Sakti and I, this is ages ago, were able to get our hands on a box. We didn't play Magic back when Innistrad came out. And of course, there's been so many variations of Innistrad that have since come out, but we did end up getting one box of that, and that was ages ago. I don't even remember what we pulled, but that's like where we got the Meat Hook Massacre, for example, back then. So yes, good stuff, good stuff. All right, you can see there's quite a bit here, but before I go on to my little spiel here at the end of the video, let's take a look at our rares. Move these over here. And our mythics / some full arts and just some cool looking cards. All right, and if you missed any of those, you can always go back and pause the video. I'm not going to get mad at you, don't worry. All right, before we get to the mythics, let's show off some of the full art cards. We've got the Therabin Inspector here. We also got it as an art series card. A foil Young Wolf, very neat. And Infernal Grasp. Woo! Creepy, creepy, I love it. As for the mythics, we have the Meathook Massacre, the Necroduality, Cultivator Colossus, Jace, the Unraveler of Secrets. This was such a cool pull. Emrakul, the Promised End as a retro frame. So cool. Then Garruk the Relentless, who becomes Garruk the Veil Cursed. Oh, sorry, I will move my finger so you can see. And then Sidgarda, the Host of Herons. So there we go, friends. That is what we have pulled from Magic the Gathering, Innistrad Remastered. No Edgar Markov, no Avacyn, but I'm not complaining because I'm actually really happy with this Emrakul. Like, that is such a cool pull. Even if it's not worth anything, it's so cool to me. And once again, you know, I say this a lot in our videos, but it's not about the value of the cards. Yes, we put the value of the cards from TCG Player on these videos, mainly just for information purposes. If you're curious how much something like this would cost, at least at the time that these videos are posted, you know, we do put that in, and yes, it always factors in. Ultimately, that's what we're all in it for, right? Collecting and hoping that it retains value. But overall, I mean, we make these videos for fun. We say it all the time. We do it so that we can be with you, so that we can have fun chats when the videos premiere. We learn things about you, viewers, our TCG fam. You learn things about us. It just makes it so much fun. We build a community around that. So friends, as always, thank you so much. If this video, if you liked it, let us know. That lovely thumbs up. There we go. There we go. You have no idea how hard that is there. We'll just do like this. Give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with your friends, let them know. I mean, I'm not doing a whisper video, but we do have whisper ASMRs as well as these soft talking ones. And I already mentioned next week we have Altered TCG and just a lovely array of plans as we come through the year. We're excited, TCG fam, and we hope you are as well. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. Hope to see you in another video later down the road. Let us know what you think of this one. Let us know what you think of Innistrad Remastered and this Magic the Gathering in general. We love reading about your experiences as much as we hope that you love hearing about ours. All right, that's enough from me. All of you have a good night, a good day, a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, a good... Oh my gosh, I think I've said it 6 different times. Everyone, just be well. Nyx out.